The Raiders are unable to keep the players who stood out last season. And trades are being made, which is terrible for our franchise. We know we have to rebuild, but we must also strive to keep the players who are performing well. A trade with the Panthers seems to be the way to go for one of our best players. The Las Vegas Raiders may be on the verge of losing one of their best young defensive talents. Safety Trayvon Moehrig, who has become a key player on defense since being selected in the second round of the 2021 NFL Draft, is about to enter free agency and may be on his way out. With a new $1 million contract on the horizon, the Raiders will have to decide whether they are willing to invest heavily to keep the player or whether they will allow another team to acquire his signature. Among the teams showing strong interest, the Carolina Panthers emerge as a serious candidate. In a recent ESPN report, analyst Matt Bowen noted that Moehrig would be an ideal fit for a Carolina defensive system that is in dire need of reinforcements in the secondary. The Panthers finished last season with one of the worst defenses against the passing game and are looking for pieces to strengthen that area. With just $24.8 million in salary cap space, the Panthers will have to make financial adjustments to make a competitive offer. However, Moehrig represents an immediate impact for a team trying to rebuild after a disappointing season. Head coach Dave Canales and general manager Dan Morgan are committed to strengthening the defense and see the Raiders' safety as a strong name to lead that transformation. While the Panthers are scrambling to bolster their defense, the Raiders have yet to clearly state their plans for Moehrig. With the arrival of Pete Carroll, a coach known for building dominant defenses, it would be logical to expect him to want to keep a young, versatile talent like Moehrig on the roster. The Raiders' new head coach has had great success in Seattle with physical, dynamic safeties like Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas, and Moehrig has similar traits, being strong in coverage and effective against the run. If Carroll is going to establish his defensive identity in Las Vegas, keeping Moehrig should be a priority. The Raiders have a clear financial advantage, with about $99 million in salary cap space, which puts them in a position to match any offer the Panthers make. General Manager John Spytek has already indicated that the team will be aggressive in free agency, and Moehrig could be one of the first major investments of this new cycle. Since entering the league, Trayvon Moehrig has been one of the most consistent safeties in the NFL. He especially excels in coverage, racking up key interceptions and being a pillar of the Raiders' defense. In addition, his durability has been an asset, something essential for a defense that needs continuity. Should the Raiders decide to let him go, they will have to find a quick solution to fill that void, either in the draft or through free agency. However, replacing a young, established talent like Moehrig may be an unnecessary risk, especially considering the team still has to address the quarterback position. The Las Vegas Raiders are in a rebuilding phase, and losing a player of Trayvon Moehrig's caliber would be a setback. With plenty of salary cap space and a coach who values versatile safeties, the team can't afford to let one of its best players simply leave to fill another team. The Panthers could try, but the decision is in the Raiders' hands. If Pete Carroll and John Spytek want to get this team back to the playoffs, keeping Moehrig should be at the top of their list of priorities this offseason.